Hey guys, Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Kareem to everyone celebrating. If you guys are new here, my name is Asab. Welcome. I am a YouTuber now. I mostly post on Instagram, like beauty, lifestyle, kid stuff, but I'm also transitioned into posting more on YouTube. So today's video is going to be I want to say like Q&A slash advice video. I asked my Instagram, if you guys are not following me on Instagram, I'll put it here. I asked people that follow me on Instagram what they want to know, if they have any questions for me, because I want to do like a girls chat, and I'm going to be answering those today. So about my little outfit, this is actually, my mom got me this new prayer robe, and I just wanted to try it on, and it's just so comfy, so I don't want to take it off, and it's just like a hijab and a dress in one, so it's like super easy for me to film in this right now instead of like going to find a hijab. So yeah, that's the look. So let's get right into it. I have my water. The first question that I'm going to answer is, somebody said, Salam, have you ever done istikhara on getting married to a specific guy, results and feelings? Okay, so for those of you who might not be Muslim, istikhara is like a prayer that you pray to get guidance from Allah, from God. And once you do this prayer, you're supposed to see signs from him just to kind of lead you and guide you into what decision you should make. And I regularly do this. I love to pray istikhara. I think it helps me with so many different aspects, not only in relationships. I definitely did it before I got my divorce. I definitely recommend it. I know girls who literally, as soon as they meet a guy, they pray istikhara so they don't have to waste time. So it doesn't even have to be for like a serious relationship. They pray istikhara. And definitely, if you're saying that you're making the biggest decision, one of the biggest decisions of your life, getting married, I definitely would recommend doing that. Next question is, how do you overcome your insecurities and not let it get in the way of achieving your dreams? I feel like everyone deals with insecurities. I know when you see people on social media, it's so easy to like see this curated life that they've created and think, oh my god, they know everything, they have everything together, they live such a perfect life. But like, no one does. Everyone has insecurities, everyone has things that they battle with. But I think what the difference is, and that's what I tell myself, is that like the people that I see that are the most successful and that I wish I could be more like them, I can see the work that they put in. You know, like I see the content. If it's a content creator, I see the content, the consistency. If it's a business person, I see that consistency. And so I think that's the only way you can really achieve your goals, is work. And if you see someone with a perfectly curated life and you just think like, how are they have no insecurities? Just know that they do. Everyone does. But I think they work more to channel that into their goals, if that makes sense. So it can be easy. I know for myself, sometimes I feel like I get so overwhelmed with where I want to be that I can kind of get down and be like, oh, I'll never be able to accomplish this. And then it's like that mindset that just keeps continuing, and it's like a cycle. So it's like you don't get what you want, and then you feel bad about it, and then you're like, well, I can never do that, and then you feel even worse about it, and then it's like a continuous cycle. So yeah, so for me, I can't be in that type of cycle. I have to believe it and achieve it. It's so corny, you guys, but it really works. The next question is, and all these questions are anonymous. I always, if you guys even want to email me questions, I will always keep you anonymous. Someone asks me, oh, let me turn this off. Somebody asked me this, how do you deal with the stigma behind being a divorced and a single mother in the Somali community? You know what? I feel like it was hard in the beginning just telling people, because it's like, oh my god, I don't want them to know. For the most part, I feel like the stigma isn't as strong as I was expecting it to be. I think, especially in the Somali community, although there is a stigma, especially against a woman, divorce is not an uncommon thing. So it's not super shocking for people. There is a stigma behind it, but I don't feel so stifled or like, I don't know, ashamed about it at all. And I think because my family and my friends are super supportive, and for the most part, like, you guys are super supportive and nice. So I think it's hard to deal with, especially in the beginning, but once you get through that hump and you kind of get yourself back together, it definitely gets easier, and I don't really feel like a heavy stigma or ashamed in any way. Somebody asked me how to let go of someone. First thing I think is distance. You definitely need to distance yourself from the person that you're trying to let go. It does not help if you are constantly keeping tabs on this person. It does not help if you are in and out of communication with this person. I would suggest what works for me is cold turkey, goodbye, if you can. So I also think you need to reflect on the reasons why you guys are not compatible, or that if it's a friend or whatever, a relationship, what are the reasons why it needs to be let go, and try to focus on that. I think you need to work on rebuilding yourself. Not even rebuilding yourself, but work on glowing yourself up. I think that is one of the best things you can do, is redirecting that focus and that attention that you're giving to another person and putting it back on yourself. And then lastly, I would say try to look for, I feel like the only way you can really grow from a situation is to look at what could you have done differently? What could you learn and grow from that situation? And then when you finally hit that step, I think it's full closure, and then you're done. Somebody asked me if I would consider marriage outside of the Somali culture. I guess it's asking me if I would marry somebody that was in Somalia. I think I would. In theory, I would love to. I feel like in practice, I might be afraid to. I don't know. It's just when you know, I know my culture so well. I know what to kind of expect. Even though my last marriage didn't work out, I just feel so comfortable and at home with someone that's from the same culture as me. But at the same time, I feel like love is love. So how can I limit myself just to one type of man? So I don't know. We'll see where life heads, but I am open to it. Confidence. I guess she wants me to talk about confidence, i.e. to all girls feeling like she's not enough, maybe not beautiful, negative vibes she's receiving that she believes later to poor self-esteem. I think self-esteem is so tied to growing up and what your parents instilled in you. And I feel like for me, my mom was such a strong woman, and she was always showing us her worth, and she would never accept any BS. And seeing that example of someone that's super confident and that's super sure of herself and has self-love, I feel like that came down to me. And so for me, I try to do that with Alina, is to show her that you have a mom that is super confident, not super confident, but confident, and loves herself and practices self-love and shows her love. Because I don't know, I see stories of girls who are in horrible relationships, or who accept so much abuse, or accept so much abuse, and it's I think to myself, these are beautiful women. What is it? Where could have things gone differently for them as far as their self-confidence? Because I feel like confidence has nothing to do with looks as much as people think it is, because the most beautiful girls they have such low self-esteem. And so I don't know if I really have an answer for you. I feel like I just grew up with the confidence that I have. I see times in my life where I felt insecure. Even now, there's certain things that I'm insecure about, but I think overall I feel confident in myself. And I really have to say it led back to my mom. And so I think if you are already an adult woman, to grow confidence in yourself is a process. I think it's all about self-love, self-improvement, believing in yourself. I think connecting with God. Someone asked me, what did you use as inspiration for picking out your home decor? I love your home style. Thanks so much. Honestly, I am not good at home decor, home design. I suck. I'm go on Pinterest all day. So this is what I do. So basically I did a bunch of quizzes, and I went on Pinterest, and I kind of grouped everything that I like together, and I found my style. So my style is mid-century modern, mostly with a little bit of bohemian in it, but mostly mid-century modern. So when I was shopping for the stuff in my home, in my apartment, I was mid-century modern couch or mid-century modern living room ideas, and I would just take little pieces from it, and I created a Pinterest board, and that helped me so much. I love Pinterest so much, you guys. I've spent all day on Pinterest. So yeah, I just saw a room that I liked or pieces that I liked, and then I research. I do so much research when it comes to my furniture, because I feel like it's such a large investment and I want to keep it for so many years. So for example, my dining table that I'm literally sitting here right now, it is a I'm gonna say it wrong, but it's like Sarnine or something. It's a tulip table, and it's a design from like the 1950s, and it's like a marble table, and I researched it forever because there's so many companies that are selling this, and I just wanted to make sure that it was the right one, and especially at a good price point. So I do a lot of research when it comes to my furniture. I feel like furniture is such an investment. If I find a piece that I like, I definitely shop around to see if there's something similar. For example, my velvet chairs, I just searched pink velvet dining chairs or mid-century modern pink dining chairs, and it will just send me a bunch of results. The only thing is that it really sucks living in Canada because everything never gets shipped here. Like nothing ever gets shipped here. But if you live in the States, girl, it's so easy. Just search what you're looking for and you'll get a bunch of results. Pick the one that's the cheapest but the best quality. Try to look for reviews. I love going on Wayfair because Wayfair has like a bunch of real reviews from people that have bought the product, and for the most part it is very honest, so I like to go on there. And yeah, I think the first step is definitely find the style that you like and then go from there. Definitely get overwhelming when you're furniture shopping or designing your place because I am the type, I don't know if you guys are like this, but like I will decide one day I hate everything in my house, I want everything to be replaced, and then I'll just go so obsessed with it and then I'll forget about it. So I go in and out of my design moods. And next time that I am in one, I probably will buy a whole bunch of other stuff for my apartment. Whew. How to find a good husband. Girl, if I knew that, I would have one. I don't know, girl. One thing would be the hate and jealousy that goes on in our community, especially with our sisters in the social media industry. Sister, I notice a lot of envy and hate. I don't know. I feel like for the most part, if it's about the other girls in the industry, like the other hijabi girls, I have not had any issues with anyone. Like it's always been very supportive. Well, I did have one issue with someone, but it wasn't, I don't know if I'll ever talk about that, to be honest, but it wasn't anything to do with my fashion. It was more about my business, my clothing business. But as far as my like social media experience with other social media influencers, it's only been positive with hijabi influencers and all Muslim influencers, to be honest. I do receive hate on social media a lot. I think it just comes with the territory. If you put yourself out there, people are going to respond in good ways and in bad ways. And you know what? I always kind of relate it to when I'm doing well on social media, as in I'm getting a lot of traction to my page, I'm getting a lot of new eyes to it. That's when I see the most amount of hate. So I feel like one way that I've kind of made it myself feel better about that is like, wow, like you're getting all of this hate. That means you're getting a lot of new people coming to your pages, which is a good thing, you know, even though it sucks to read their comments. And sometimes when I'm in a bad mood, it really pees me off. I'm sorry guys, hold on, I sound like a child, but I don't want to swear. But it really upsets me. But for the most part, I try to think of it in a positive way. I always relate it back to something positive, and the fact that they're here and they're watching and they're giving me a view and they're giving me a, you know, even a dislike is it's attention to my content, and it's hopefully going to bring more people to view it and partake in it. So I try to keep that positive. I'm a human being, so sometimes if they come at me the wrong way, I will maybe go back on their page and leave them a little bit of rudeness. I stopped doing that recently, but I used to do that, y'all. I go back and forth, and if I was in that type of mood, I could go there with them, but for the most part I just ignore it and I block the person. Or I like the new feature now on Instagram where you can just restrict them, so I'll do that. Okay, somebody asked me, how you know I think he was the right one? COVID delayed my wedding, but now I'm having second thoughts. Honestly, I feel like one of the most important things we have as a woman is our intuition and our gut. And if you feel something's off, then probably something is off, and you really need to look into that. Like, why do I feel, especially somebody that you are marrying and spending the rest of your life with, inshallah. Why do I feel this nerve? Why do I feel like second thoughts? And really analyze those feelings and those emotions. I don't have any details in this question, but if there's red flags, what are those red flags? What does that mean down the line? I know a lot of people who probably think when they're engaged that it's like as much as in a divorce, but it's not. It's much easier to remove yourself from an engagement than it is from a marriage. And definitely do not just go forward with something just because like, oh my god, I have a wedding planned already. That's not the way to go. Okay, I think this is gonna be the last question just because it's getting late and I want to wash my makeup off and go to sleep. So the last question is how to deal with fake jealous friends. All right, so the thing about friends is, you guys, honestly, these are people that you choose to have in your life. No one, for the most part, can force a friendship on you. So I think sometimes when we have friends that are we've had them for so many years, and oh my gosh, she's been my friend for years, and we almost feel like a family relation to them and a tie that is unbreakable, and that is not the case. I don't care. That's how I view it. Like, if you're my friend, I'm choosing you. You are family that I have chosen to be in my life, and I can choose for you to be out the door. So that's what I would do with fake jealous friends. Why would you want somebody that's fake, that obviously doesn't have your best intentions at heart, that is jealous of you, that does not want the best for you? Why would you want this person in your life and you chose for them to be in your life? Okay, so that's what you need to do, and you will thank yourself. I've lost so many friends, especially when I was younger, and I think it was all for the best, you know? It can be hard. Definitely, you're gonna miss the person. There's good in everyone, so obviously there's a reason why you guys were friends in the first place, and you're gonna feel that loss, but it's better to move forward without someone that you have to question all the time, their motivations, and you have to worry about them stabbing you in the back. So just get rid of that friend. And it's easier than you think, okay? Block the number. All right, so those are all the questions I'm gonna answer. If you guys like this video, I will do it again. I want to let you guys know I'm not an expert. I'm just talking from my own experience. I'm not a relationship expert. I'm not a anything expert. So take my advice with like a grain of salt, honestly. But if you guys enjoyed this video, I will continue to make these kind of videos. I'm super into bubble tea. I finished my bubble tea earlier, but I feel like making like a boba and chat series on here. I think that would be cute. If you guys like that idea, please let me know. I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys loads. Bye.